Well, hello friends. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For today's video, I am sitting on my couch, close to my bookshelf. I am surrounded by books. This video is going to be a cozy, chatty one. So if this is your vibe today, then just join me and let's just jump right into it. Today, I want to talk to you about the first ever reading challenge that I did and completed, which is the 75 Booked Challenge. A 75 days long reading challenge created originally by content creator Emily Page here on YouTube. I'm going to link her channel and her video down below, which is basically a softer book themed version of the very popular fitness challenge 75 Hard. The goal behind this challenge is to actively create time for reading and to establish some sustainable reading habits. Emily Page established some rules, but highly encourages people to make their own rules in order to make the challenge more enjoyable and more comfortable for them and for their needs and for their schedules and lives in general. Original rules of the challenge are the following. Number 1, 2 45 minutes reading sessions per day. Number 2, one of the sessions should not be done in bed. So basically, you can read in bed, but not every single time, to encourage people to move a little bit more and just not to rot in bed the entire time. Even though, let me tell you, reading in bed is one of the best things in life. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. Number 3, drink an entire bottle of water during each session. Number 4, book buying ban. So basically, no new books or secondhand books should be purchased to kind of like give priority and attention. I'm sure every reader can relate to the notoriously ignored books on your bookshelf that you just have been having there for a while and just keep ignoring. But also, and more importantly, and I really like this idea, to kind of like stop chasing the reading trends and stop overbuying books in order to pursue the latest book talk trend or hottest read of the minute. Number 5, document progress. So basically track every reading session. I have learned about this challenge from my not only a very dear friend in real life, but also booktuber extraordinaire, Teresa Bibukalula. Her channel will also be linked below. When I heard of it from her video back in December, I thought, well, I got nothing to lose. I like this idea. I'm going to start on January 1st. She was also starting on January 1st, and I thought this is going to be a great way to kind of like be accountability buddies. Let's just do it. And I ended up, spoiler alert, loving it. Not only because I significantly have read much more than I would have done without this challenge, but also because I was able to find something that really taught me how to break the freaking cycle of doom scrolling, which is something that I was very guilty of, not only as a content creator, let's face it. That would be a lie to say that I use social media a lot just because I'm a content creator. No, I was doom scrolling the heck out of my phone every day, and it was literally sucking up hours out of my days, and I got tired of it and I wanted to find something that could help me, and I thought this could help, and I was right. I started on January 1st and I completed it on March 16th. I personally have decided to go ahead and do as suggested to make my own rules for the challenge. First and foremost, I decided not to stick to the 2 45 reading sessions a day. I knew that I was probably going to like more, or it was probably going to be much more fitting for my schedule and my needs to stick to 3 reading sessions a day of 15 to 20 minutes each. And to be honest, when I could and I realized I had the time, I just kept on reading. I didn't track my water intake and I didn't focus too much on the drinking portion of this challenge because I was already taking care of my of my water intake separately from this challenge. I really recognize the importance of staying hydrated and drinking enough water every day, but this is something that I was doing separately from this challenge and I keep doing separately regardless of the reading. So I just didn't focus too much on that personally. I also didn't track or focus at all on numbers or tracking the sessions. I did none of that. I guess that keeping things extremely casual is one of the things that helped me stick with it. I wasn't doing it for the numbers. I wasn't doing this to show off or brag on social media. I was just doing it for myself. And so I usually don't track how many pages I read. I don't have Goodreads. I don't have a tracker. I don't write this thing on a journal. I don't have an app for it because my goal was to actually read and not how fast or how much of it I could do. I didn't buy any books during this challenge, but I ended up reading some things that I received through the book swap that I normally attend, or one of the books was actually borrowed. So I didn't focus too much probably on the things that I had like on my bookshelf specifically, but these are things that I didn't buy and these were things that were already kind of like circulating around. So I didn't actually go ahead and impulse buy the latest hot read. Also, I skipped a few days, not gonna lie. Because that's what it is. Sometimes life gets in between. And I realized that I had some very, very busy days where my schedule was pretty packed and I was constantly surrounded by people and I couldn't genuinely find some quiet time to focus on reading. And so I have skipped, not many, but I skipped a few days. But I tried not to make too much of a fuss out of it because ultimately my goal was never focusing on being perfect and getting things perfectly done. I just wanted to get it done. And it's realistic that sometimes you just cannot do as much as maybe you did the day before. But I just focused on, okay, I didn't got any reading done today. Tomorrow's a new day, so I have a new opportunity. I just kept on doing whatever it is that was my best. Despite all of this, I definitely got some reading done. And no, I'm not doing this to brag. It's not about perfection. It's not about numbers. I just want to share with you why I thought this was so brilliant and it worked so well for me. So during the 75 days, I was able to complete 8 entire books plus 2 more in progress. I completed this challenge in mid-March. As I'm filming this is the beginning of April. So there have been like a couple of weeks in between. I'm happy to report that of the 2 books that I had in progress, one of them got finished. I finished another one and then I'm 2/3 in another book. So this thing, despite the challenge being over, is still going. Because for me, the biggest benefit was not the amount of books that I got done, which to be honest, might not seem a lot to someone, but for me, knowing that I'm not the fastest reader and knowing that I have like some serious problem with doom scrolling sometimes, this is huge. And here is the point that I really want to bring to you. For me, this was the biggest win and the biggest takeaway from this challenge. For me, it was kind of like an automatic thing to grab my phone out of boredom or out of just not even realizing why. I was just grabbing my phone and opening Instagram or opening whatever random app I was on. And before I even realized it, 30 minutes of my day were already gone and I didn't even know how, or I consumed like tons of information, but in reality, I didn't do anything productive or significant. Time is precious and I was literally wasting chunks of my day on social media for what? So through this challenge, not only I was able to get a lot of time back during my day and replace that time with something much more productive, quality-wise, much more elevated and much more, mindful, but also I am able to recognize the doom scrolling the moment it's happening. So if I'm opening social media and because I'm posting something because I want to reply to a comment, and I recognize that once I do the thing that I was about to do, I am moving onto the very old pattern of doom scrolling, I just actively ask myself, wait a second, what are you doing? You could use your time so much better right now. What are you even doing? And so I put my phone away and I move on to something else. So for me, this experience ultimately was extremely eye-opening and mind-blowing because it really taught me to recognize the pattern before it even starts. There's nothing bad in itself, like in doing it and spending a little time on social media. I would be a hypocrite if I told you that I'm never touching social media again. The thing that for me really changed is that now I choose to spend my time in another way. And I recognize the moment that the act of doom scrolling is starting, I am able to stop myself and tell myself, wait a second, what are you doing? Like, do you really want to spend your day either getting angry about something that you read or trying to make absurd assumptions about someone else's life? No. Is there anything else that I can do to use this time more wisely and mindfully? And the answer is always yes. So that's for me the big takeaway and the big win from all of this. I really wanted to include some mini reviews of the books that I read, but then this video would be very, very, very long, and I definitely don't want that. So I'm going to include in a second just some very simple graphics that I have posted on Instagram, just in case you haven't seen them. Feel free to pause the video so you can read through all of the titles, what these books are about, and what I think of them. There is one thing that I noticed that was a little bit difficult for me to digest and was a little bit of a challenge, which is realizing that during the first half of this challenge, in the evening, I was able to get some reading done before bed and all of that. During the second half of the challenge, my schedule started to get busier and I got significantly more tired, and I realized that I wasn't getting any reading done during the evening because yes, it should be a relaxing activity, and I know that a lot of people read before going to bed. Sometimes I do too, and I really enjoy it. But when I am very, very tired, I don't like the idea of picking up a book, forcing myself to read a few pages until I fall asleep, only to realize the next day that I don't remember anything that I read the night before because I was way too tired to focus on my reading. And so I recognized that during the second part of the challenge, I didn't really enjoy reading in the evening, and that's okay. That's something that I learned about myself. I enjoy so much more reading during the day rather than in the evening, because if in the evening I'm tired, I cannot enjoy reading just as much. Me and my assistant, which you see back there, are currently editing this video, and it occurred to me that I could have explained the situation a little bit better when I filmed this video and I was talking about the challenge within the challenge, if we want to put it this way. I guess what I was just trying to say is that I found it a little bit challenging and hard to digest and to accept and to adapt to, or to readjust and reconsider the fact that my plan and my vision for this reading challenge to have 3 reading sessions a day, and it was only logical for me to have it 1 in the morning, 1 at midday, and 1 in the evening, wasn't really working for me anymore. There's nothing bad in adapting to the situation, and especially adapting to your current needs and how you feel and how your life looks like. Not only in reading challenges, but pretty much in any situation that we encounter, there is nothing beneficial if we just keep being stuck in something that doesn't work for us. We want the situation to work for us and not the other way around. So it took me a little bit of time to adjust, and that's okay. This doesn't mean that I will never read in the evening again. I still enjoy it very much, but it just depends on how I feel, how my life looks like. I want to end this video on an encouraging note. Not everyone is the biggest reader, or can be the reader, or wants to be the biggest reader out there. But I guess what I really want to encourage you to do, and maybe hopefully inspire you to do, is to try to ask yourself, can I give this a try and see if I can use my precious time in other ways. And so I want to leave you with a few tips that in my opinion will help you to make this challenge more manageable and something that will make you excited and you will actually stick to. Absolutely make your own rules. If you customize the challenge to your needs and preferences, you are much more likely to stick to it and to stay motivated throughout it. Keep books everywhere. Surround yourself with books as much as you can. Keep them in your purse. Keep them on your nightstand. You should never keep your phone on your nightstand. That's bad for you. You should never do that. Bring them with you if you're going to a doctor's appointment. Keep them with you or around you at all times, because if you physically have a book that you can choose as an option instead of your phone, that you are much more likely to choose the other option if you have it available. Keep books at reach at all times. It will help you so much. Even if you manage to just read 10 pages a day, it's still better than nothing. And even if you just once in your day, you just choose a book over your phone, it's still going to be a win. So celebrate it and just don't focus on perfection, just focus on the things that you do achieve. Try to replace, but not to completely eliminate, because that's not realistic. Our phones have completely taken over our lives. And so it's unrealistic to completely eliminate it from your routine, but just try to choose a book first. You can always say, I'll read something first and then I'll check my phone later. This to kind of like help you get into that mindset of not focusing on what you're losing, but on what you're gaining rather. Yes, I know this was a very long chatty video, but I am genuinely excited to share this with you, and I really hope it can help you, encourage you, inspire you. It helped me so much, so I can only hope it's going to help some of you out there to establish and create healthier, more sustainable, and more mindful habits. Let's just continue the conversation in the comments. Have you ever done a reading challenge? How did it go? Did you already know about the 75 book challenge? If yes, have you tried it? How did it go for you? And are you a big reader? Are you not a big reader? What is your favorite book that you recently read? Stuff like that. I'll see you down below in the comments. And of course, if you have enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Give this video a like, share it with anyone that you think might benefit from it or might enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. You would help me so much and support me and my work as a content creator, and you would make my day. Thank you all so much for watching. I am going to see you very soon in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.